Philippine house and it's this one behind the coconut tree. Sorry, I can't get a better view of the whole thing. Maybe over there. They're telling me go over on this side so I can see it better. But basically, there's actually a mountain here. This is their yard. Actually, this is like a family compound where everybody, all the family lives in all the house. Yeah, so basically this house here, you can see that the bottom is what they call hollow block, or in the US, cinder block construction, cement all the way up around. And then the roof here, this is called Hardy Flex board. It's like, used to they would use plywood, but now it's like a cement and fiber board that's more waterproof and doesn't rot, and termites and stuff don't eat it, on top of a wood frame. So in the US we call these a frame house. The top part's frame, the bottom part is hollow block, or cinder block as we might call it in the US. But this house, in the condition it's in right now, they've put 400,000 pesos into it. About, is it $8,000? Maybe not. I'll calculate that out later and put some text on the screen. But if you notice, it's got nice windows, aluminum windows, and I'm going to walk up to it and get a little closer. The plumbing, typical Filipino plumbing, is you put your bathroom and your kitchen and things on the exterior walls, and then you just run your water line up and in. This is a drain pipe here. This is actually the bathroom here with a little sliding window. So this is your drain from your sink, and there should be a drain from your shower down there somewhere, but it may be under the house, joining into that orange pipe and going to a septic tank right here. This is a Filipino septic tank here. It's basically a box or a rectangle, and it's got cement sides, hollow block, and then there's a little service hole there. You can see that little ring there behind that bucket there. There's a little ring that actually pulls up, and you can empty it. But the bottom of these is the earth. There's no concrete there. In the US we would have this here would be an actual tank with concrete on all four sides, and somewhere on one side, not all the way up at the top, but maybe about 3/4 of the way up from ever how deep it is, you'd have a line going out. That's called a lateral line, and it'd be full of holes, and it'd be about 3 feet deep or 4 feet deep in the ground. And then as this tank fills up and all of the waste dissolves, the liquid goes out and back into the earth. All your waste goes into here, and it's just absorbed directly into the ground. And that really works just fine here. The ground here is super porous, so any water you put on it, it's like Swiss cheese, and it just absorbs it. So this, again, I can't get far enough back to really show what's the entirety, but here's the front of the house, and it's got I call it skim coat, but they call it something else here. Skim coat is actually a white plaster coating that they put on the outside, but they put the hollow block, and then they add a sand and cement mixture and smooth it out, and as you can see, make it flat and smooth, and then it's ready to get painted. Or they'll actually skim coat it and then they'll paint it. And again, this is your roof, kind of like just like a secondary roof from the top for the rain drain over your front, so that just kind of keeps the water off of you and going into your door and stuff. But this is cocoa wood here. This is cocoa wood, or is this cocoa wood?
No, that is not the cocoa. That is a good lumber.
Yeah. That's why I looked, and it's like no.
Lumber.
Yeah. Do you know the
lumber?
Do you know what it's called? It's the name.
Lawaan.
Okay. This is Lawaan wood, and that's better grade than coconut wood. That's actually a good grade. Okay. Is all of this the same? Is or
This is a tugas tree.
okay, tugas for the door frames.
Mahogany. Mahogany.
Oh, okay, mahogany. And then this here is the
No, it's not cocoa. Good lumber.
is the good lumber. Go on. Okay, so that's good to know because cocoa is kind of weak and you get soft pieces and hard pieces and all kinds of things. But you'll see you've got like a steel cross brace going here, and that's supporting the floor on the second floor, and still cross bracing here, supporting the upstairs. And then of course the upstairs also setting on. This is the shower wall. Yeah. And you have your columns. These are the solid cement with rebar inside of there, here and here. That's roughly 8 feet across between there, roughly. You also have a top beam going all the way around here. This is solid concrete here, all the way around the top to the other columns. Again, you're roughly 8 feet apart. And so at all your corners, you're going to have those concrete beams. And again, the whole upper floor rests on a beam going around the top of the house. Your kitchen here, this is, I believe this is like a granite countertop here. The granite, and if you'll notice, they actually installed the sink properly on top of the granite here. And of course they have a window in the kitchen. These are your cabinets here. They're made from, it's not exactly a plywood. There's a thin, like a ply here, and then there's a thick piece of wood here, and then there's another thin ply there. So this is what they make cabinets out of. In the United States, we use like melamine, which is like a particle board with like a white enamel, almost plastic surface to it. But they're using the decent hinges here, decent hinges. Surprisingly enough, the guy that made this, if you see this here, everything, there's no big gaps all around. The people that are making this is probably the guy that's going to do my house too. So he does pretty good work. And then you have a tile backsplash over your countertop. And of course over here you have a kitchen, and then up here you have some like spice rack or decorative shelving here. And you have your lower cabinets. Now this is what a counter should be made from. See, this is cement here. This is cement. Your counters, your kitchen countertops and bathroom countertops should be cement, not wood. If they're wood, they're going to rot. See, so and you can see the cement sides and back and floor. All that is cement. So that's the way it should be built. The house I have, they built it out of plywood, and they set the sink down inside there, so the water from the sink, they use just like a white plaster, kind of like a caulking around the side, but it's not waterproof, so it absorbs into the wood. And then wherever your drawers are next to here smells like mildew, because the water is continuously going into there. Anytime you use the sink, it splashes and gets in there, and the plywood's all mildewed. So basically, I'll show you. Anybody in the bathroom? I can go to the CR.
Okay.
Oh, what's it saying? All right, here we go. We're going to go into the CR and show you the work he did here. Now, see, it's kind of got I like the door with the little bamboo thing. Oh yeah, just turn on the light. You can see it's all tile, all the way up to the roof. This is the Hardyflex, something like that it's called. It's a cement fiber board. So again, it's I wouldn't say it's waterproof, but it's certainly not going to rot or fall apart like plywood might when it's wet. So anyway, this is for the shower and your bucket filler, because they scoop water and splash it on them to take a bath, or they'll use the shower if there's enough water pressure, which there may or may not be. So these are your tile floors. Your toilet is a flushing toilet and a little sink. And again, all this, as you see it here, is an investment of $400,000. So we're gonna go upstairs, and the stairway here is a wooden stairway. Now these stairs are a little steeper than what I like, and they're a little shorter than what I like. And they put the tile here the same as the floor here. It's like a wood-like tile. Sorry for the hammering and what have you. This is the Hardy Flex. But these are the stairs here. Like I said, these are normally a 6-inch step is about right, and a 10-inch depth here, a 10-inch depth here. This is like about a 6 or 8-inch, 7-inch depth. You normally will have almost a 10-inch depth. And from here, the top of this one to the top of this one is usually about 6 to 7 inches. So these are a little more than that, not much more. Now you see the decking or the flooring here is 3/4 inch, and this is called phenolic board. It's plywood, but it's got like a plastic coating on the side, so it's more water resistant and stuff like that. Here, cement, and that won't stick to this. What you would have to do is put little nails in here everywhere and leave them stay, sticking up about 1/8 of an inch. Then put your cement down, and your cement would grab hold of those nail heads, and then you could put tile on top if you had to. That'd be about the only way. But these floors flex too, so tile is probably not the best solution for the house. This is like a sitting room here where it's open, and again, I'm not back far enough, but they have a couch here, and air comes in through here and is sitting. And this is a bedroom here, and you got the childless windows here, up here, and you get more airflow up here. And then a built-in closet, again made with the phenolic plywood and that, and of course the floor it's kind of makes it nice because it's smooth on your socks and stuff, or bare feet, it's not like a wood floor. And then the roof again is made from the fiberboard. It's a cement fiberboard. It's called Hardyplex, and it doesn't rot or anything like that, like a wood or like a plywood would rot. Normally they build these out of plywood, but this is Hardyflex. Your corner beams down here are wood, that hardwood. They're tied into the beam that goes around all the way around the first floor ceiling, and then the top floor is all wood and wood frame and the Hardyflex and that. So they got 4x4s in every corner where you would want some kind of support. And of course you got your power outlet. They put power outlets up kind of high here, and they'll usually only put one per room. So that's another thing to think about if you're having a house built. Tell them to put one on every wall, or 2 on your bigger walls and 1 on your smaller walls. You may want to lower them down so that if you have a table or something, have some fans plugged in, all the extension cords aren't showing above. Yeah.
It's locked.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, the master bedroom is here, and it's the same as this, but it's longer. You can see it's another roughly 3 feet longer there. And again, these are your stairs. Yeah, so this is probably a 4x4. Just like that is a 4x4 for your corner post. And here's your roof material. They got the Hardyflex drip board here, which is good because everybody else has got plywood, and I tell you, it's all rotten. So the Hardyflex or Hardyflex, I don't know exactly what it's called, but that cement board is your best stuff to be using if it's going to ever get wet. And even, it's like replacing like sheetrock. Basically, this is a sheetrock equivalent. It's 1/8 inch thick. So, and here are these steps. Like I said, see how my foot doesn't always fit on here? Because I got a bigger footprint than everybody else. Now here's your beam that goes around the top of the first floor that everything sets on. This is the second floor sets on this cement beam. It's about an 8x8 beam, so it's plenty strong. Your bottom floor is really strong. Your top floor, if typhoon comes, who knows? You don't know. But the quality of the work that this guy does, this is the carpenter there. That's him right there. He's the guy that actually oversees all this work. So he's probably does some of the best work that I've seen in the Philippines. Here's your electrical stuff. What they do, they build a hollow block wall, and then they coat it with this stuff, and then they chip a little tongue, over through the wall to wherever the electric is. See, like right here, you have, this is the electric source, but you see it goes up there, and I don't know if it's going up to the second floor or down to this light switch. So I don't know where the source of this electric is, but it would make sense to be there. And all your electricals run through the plastic conduit. Your main plastic is. Once it gets over the lights, it's a flexible tubing. I don't know if you can see it's kind of bended and ribbed. And then you have your lights here. You could, of course, close this in with more of the Hardy Flex and kind of dress it up some. But again, this is around 400,000 in this condition. So you could get it like this, perfectly livable, like this. And again, these are the windows here, nice aluminum window sliding with a screen. So the screen is really nice because when you open it up, the bugs don't come in. So you can keep your doors closed and open up the windows. And of course, here's your power outlet on the wall. They don't put enough power outlets on the walls for me here, because I put 2 on every wall virtually, maybe 1 on a small wall. But you know, in the kitchen, they've got 1 there. Now your refrigerator, see, they don't have 1 here. So they don't actually think you're going to put a refrigerator in your kitchen. They don't plan on that. So you may not have an outlet for it. So you got to specify this kind of stuff and know where your refrigerator is, because if your refrigerator's down here, I don't know how you're going to score it all the way over to here. See, of course, refrigerator's not going there because your cabinets are there. But nonetheless, that's just the type of stuff you run into. So, and their expectation is that you're going to have a stove, independent, setting on top of your counter. Now at my house, they actually cut out the counter. They cut out a hole, and I've got like a surface mount stove. It just drops down in this. Basically, this stove with the knobs on top and no side skirt, and it just sets down in there, and it looks really nice. It looks modernish, you know. So we're gonna go outside of this side door / back door and take a look. This is the extra towel that they had left over. So instead of just having it set around, they actually made a little patio porch out of it, and they put some under the windows to kind of dress it up, and also here to dress this up. So if you want to see a Filipino well, here's a Filipino well right here, way down there. I don't know if you can see it. Here's chickens. They look kind of dead, but that one's not. He's wiggling his head around, and so is that one. So no, they're not dead. So anyway, down there, and maybe you can see the water where it's kind of reflecting here. It's about 18-20 feet deep, and that's where you get water if you want a well dug out of the ground. So like I said, they put their washing machines outside too. If you got a washing machine, a nice one, any washing machine, don't put it outside, okay folks, because it'll get destroyed. So here is the outlet for your washing machine, outside. That's where they think washing machines go. Don't put your washing machine outside ever. It won't last 6 months. And these washing machines may not last 6 months anyway, but it's really bad. you just cut your life down by 30%, 40%. And again, you have your plumbing on the outside here. This is your drain coming out of your sink, and that's your water supply going into your sink. They typically don't have hot water here, so you'll have one sink. Here's some extra granite that they had. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but that's a whole like 5 feet piece of granite. This, I'm guessing, is some kind of vent tube for the septic. I'm not sure, for the plumbing. So anyway, hopefully I've pretty well covered what you're going to get in the Philippines for 400,000 pesos. And again, I'll do the calculation and type that on the screen so that you'll see what the American dollar value is. And again, that coconut tree is kind of in my way to get a good picture of this house. The house is about 16 feet by 18 feet. I think that's the footprint. 16 by 18, and then that's times 2. And if you need square meters, just multiply that and divide by 10. Because a square meter is roughly 10 square feet, so slightly more, but still, just for approximation, you're getting really close. So anyway, that is that, and we'll be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. Bye for now. Okay, we're just coming back from the house that we looked at, but they're shucking corn here, and this is feed for the pigs, right? Oh, chickens. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, for the milk. So they're shucking all this. Oh, there's a good one for eating is here. Oh.
For
People? Oh, okay, making the corn rice, yeah. Okay, and then the ones that aren't so good, they use for the feed for the chicken. Oh, okay. Yeah, and where's this grown? Where's this grown at? Around here on a farm?
There in different farm.
Dito loyo. Agian ninyo kanang may mga saging.
Oh, that's right.
Karon
Oh, okay.
lanawan. Kay pwede mga uwan namin na wala na maabunuhin ka. Kalain na kanyang kwan. Pero atong maayo nga lakating uwan, amoy ni siya na amo na ani. Magaling guys.
So lang. With the knife.
Ako pa kay gibuk na ba?
That's a good one there, huh? Yeah, that's good. All right. Alrighty. Well, thank you. See, you got a lot of work to do. You've been doing a lot of work, huh? All right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.